Well, anglers, there's a really neat technique that you can use when you have slight current, light current, or no current, when you're out fishing in open water around structure like old boats, rigs. I'm fishing a wellhead today. When tide's not really rolling that hard, you have to have something that's going to present the bait to the fish correctly where they'll strike. And what that is, throw him back, is called free lining. I have a number 5 split shot, and then about 8 to maybe 10 inches above, I have a number 2 ultralight owner hook, and it's a circle hook. And the reason why I use that circle hook is they kind of hooks themselves, and all you got to do is just retrieve in real fast, and you'll hook the fish. You don't have to set the hook. And I put it on a leader up to my reel. I have braided line on here, and it's just a great technique to use. And what you do is you throw it out, you just let it go with the light current naturally. It's a natural presentation. The fish hit it, you just start retrieving. Let's do it again. Now, the key is you want to throw it out. You want to throw it up current. My current's running this way into the rig. So you want to throw up current sideways to the rig, let it go back, and keep some slack in your line. You don't want to keep it taut. Every once in a while you want to just give it a little hop, let it fall back down, and what's going to happen is on that drop, that's when those fish are going to hit you. Okay. Oh, there you go. And that's how it's done. Now, a lot of times when you have, really slow tide or hardly any tide, you're going to catch a lot of undersized fish during that time. Just like this one right here. He's probably about, he's about 12 inches. But the thing is that a lot of the smaller fish are going to be the ones that are going to be feeding during that period. And this one, yeah, he's right at 12 inches, and that's a good fish. But this technique, what we're doing is we're just getting a natural, instinctive bite off of these fish. They don't really want to feed because the tide's not moving real good. But what we're doing is we're presenting that bait where it looks natural and it's going through the water, a couple little hops every once in a while, and that induces it. All right, we caught fish throwing up current, letting it come back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie off to the rig, and what I'm going to do is throw out behind the rig on a down current side and see what happens. That's how you learn progressively what rigs produce on the front side, the back side, how to produce it, what you should fish. I'm still going to stick with the free line. I think that's going to be my way to doing it. Just kind of come up slow to the rigs, and what you want to do is just make a loop in your anchor line, and then you just come up, put it on one of these corners, and then tie it off to your cleat. I always like to just kind of put it right on the top of the corner. If it's really rough out, you just be really careful that you don't want to, bang your boat up against the rig. But you let out about 10 feet of line, tie it up to your cleat. There he is, first cast. I think it's a small fish, but that just goes to show. I always fish the up current side, but we're coming on the down current side. Now my current's coming at me through the rig and going back. And my first cast, about 11.5-inch trout. But I mean, first cast, I threw it out, bam, got hooked up. Awesome. Get your little bait bucket up in the front. Circle hook. And what I'm doing is when you got current going against you, then what you do is you don't move it, you don't do anything. Maybe a little hop. Oh, he hit me right there. Oh, there he goes, come back. Nice one. Oh, and that's how you do it. Watch out, came back. I missed him. I wasn't ready for him for sure. That's what you do. Put a shrimp on, throw it out. When it hits the water, be ready. I didn't have any slack in my line, so I'm losing them without having slack. There it is. Now I got him. Did you see I just lifted that rod tip, not a hard hook set? That's how you do it. Oh. Another smaller one. On the down current side, there's a bunch of small ones here. On the up current side, there was a little bit bigger ones. All right, now, we know they're back here. We know they're in front. Now let's see if we can replicate this at another wellhead. Let's go try that. All right. All right, we pulled up over to another rig, and I threw out free line like I'd used on just the other wellhead. Didn't get a bite. So what I did, I said, well, let me put on a cork, give him a suspended presentation, because the tide really slowed down. Guess what? Bam! right on the cord. I guess the lesson of the day is make sure you travel around the entire wellheads. Make sure you try each side. Even if you're catching on the upcurrent side, try the downcurrent side, because that might produce bigger fish or smaller fish, and you'll learn something. So always remember, come out, try this coastal concept, and hey, you'll load up on some speckled trout like I did today. It was an awesome day.